Let's take a look at this fully decked out two-door Rubicon and see if it's worth it or not. I'll include a link to the Doug Smith Jeeps website in the description down below. They're providing us with this Wrangler. If you have any questions and you need help, just ask for Brad. Let's get right into it. Under the hood is a turbo 2-liter 4-cylinder that goes through an 8-speed automatic. Fuel economy is 20 around town, 23 on the highway, with power outputs being 270 horsepower and then 295 pound-feet of torque. If you're able to, I'd really appreciate it if you would subscribe. It massively helps out the channel. Got the antenna built into the windshield. Being a Rubicon, you've got the hood vents. This also has the Rubicon logo. You've got the upgraded turn signals and headlights. And then look at the grille. That's really neat looking. And then this one has the hoops on top of the steel bumper. We've got red recovery points, fog lights, really good approach angle. So they've definitely added quite a bit to this to make it more off-road capable for the Rubicon. Now, if that wasn't enough, this one has the 35-inch tall tire package. So you've got 35s wrapped around 17-inch wheels. They're 315 by 70 by 17. And let's see, are they still rocking? Yeah, they're still doing KO2s. Interesting. Anyways, this is lifted. You also have these fender flare extensions to help with the tire fitment. Got your Jeep Wrangler badge, rock rail protection on the side. And then here is the side profile. A two-door with 35s looks pretty crazy, and everything's body painted to match. The top, the fender flares, all of it. Now, when it comes to key fob features, we've got our lock and unlock function, remote start, Jeep logo on the back, keyless entry for even the rear. Now, the spare tire there on the tailgate, not heavy at all, actually. Now, you don't have a lot of space with the two-door behind the second row. You can fold down the second row. There's this little latch at the top. They make it easy. That'll give you quite a bit more space. Gotta love that JL plaque. That's kind of cool touch, but got the upgraded taillights, recovery points, and like I said, full-size spare. And when you put all the elements together in the back end, again, this is a cool looking two-door. Keyless entry for up front, and let's check it out. Blind spot monitoring with the mirrors, double pane windows. We've got the adjustment for the mirrors, and then you can see here with the little storage net, 700 pounds of payload capacity, so not a lot. With this fully loaded version, you got the upgraded seats. They are power adjustable with lumbar support. Now, accessing the second row is kind of a pain, but once you're back there, it's actually pretty good with the space because of the boxy design. Legroom and headroom are solid. And let's fire this up. Ooh. Soft touch trim all around the steering wheel, radio controls on the back, practical controls on the front face for your cruise, adaptive cruise too. You've got controls there for the center in general, just regular stocks on the back. Mostly analog, but you do have some digital there in the center with the screen. You can scroll through and see different bits of info depending on what you're looking for with the vehicle. And then it does display what the driveline is doing at any given time, which is also nice to have. This one has the backup camera and front camera system. You can even clean the camera. That little hoop does get in the way a little bit, but not bad. Response time of the screen, it's decent. It does take a second for some of the stuff to load up. It does have heated seats and heated steering wheel, dual zone climate too. There's also physical redundancies for a lot of the functions like the climate, the heated seats. You also have auto stop start this, but you can turn it off. Off-road cruise control, little charge port area. Window controls there in the center. Got a 12-volt too. Being a Rubicon, it's got diff locks for the front and the rear. Off-road plus, you got a sway bar disconnect. And then this has a part-time four-wheel drive system, but it's got everything you want. It has auto, it also has high, part-time, and low, so good system. Gotta love the shifter there. Got some cup holders, parking brake. Center console's got good storage, USB port inside. Look at the trim here on the top. You got the nice grab handle there as well. A little bit of insulation here with the hard top to help out with the sound deadening, again with the double pane windows. That all comes together. Now, this doesn't come cheap. Two-door Rubicon X, $63,745. Let's see how this performs. Well, let's set off in this two-door Rubicon. Over 60K for a two-door, but it is fully loaded. It is fully loaded, so it's a lot of money, but I mean, this is the top. You can't go any more for the two-door. There's not a two-door 392, and I don't think there's anything else you could add to a two-door to make it more expensive than this, because it's got the X, and I mean, it's even got the little hoop on the front. So yeah, this is it. This is it. The two-door is such an interesting drive because it's just this little lightweight, zippy, short wheelbase. Such a unique vehicle in today's world of everything being massive. So actually, getting out into the world. It's interesting how much bumpier this is because of that short wheelbase. Because again, you impact the front solid axle and then you almost immediately impact the rear solid axle when you go over a bump. So it's like bum bum. So not only do you feel that, but like it goes to the chassis and everything. I mean, it's an interesting experience. Man, that is really bright. There we go. It's like, man, that screen's bright. Something's off. The lights were turned off. Good thing we didn't drive that far. I mean, it's light enough that it's not like that bad, but also like I don't want to be that person. Power delivery is pretty smooth. And I will tell you, the double pane windows do make a difference. I was just in a Sport before this doesn't have the double pane windows, and I mean, you can still hear stuff. This is still convertible, but it's a lot quieter. It's a lot more daily drivable feeling. Yeah, it's I mean, you can still hear the cars and everything all around, but it's a huge difference. Like, it's very noticeable. It's a much bigger difference than you might think. And our turn should be now. There we go. This is moving 35s pretty well. 4.56 axle ratio. When you got a 4.56 axle ratio and a small vehicle, 35s are not bad. Wind noise up top, there's tire noise, it's loud. It's a Wrangler. You can get used to it, that's for sure, but yeah, it's definitely noisy. It's definitely noisy. I like how this drives. I think it's pretty good for the most part. My backpack is gone. Whoa. So, let's pull this out from the depths. Hopefully nothing fell out. I'll have to check. But yeah, I mean, this is pretty comfortable for a two-door. This is nice. This is really nice for a two-door. That being said, it is still a two-door, so like you still have the back seat that's not that easy to access, and you have the short wheelbase that is kind of tippy, especially with the lift kit, right? It's kind of not the vehicle you want to take around corners all that fast. So if there was ever a Wrangler that needed the AEV lift relocation bracket, it's this thing. It is tippy, but it looks cool. But also, like, who's gonna spend over 60 grand on a two-door, right? I know a lot of people can make this work, but like a lot of people want the four-door, they want the space. So I think it's a cool vehicle concept-wise, but in reality, I just don't think there's enough people looking for a $60,000 two-door vehicle anymore. So this is probably the end of the line for the two-door Wranglers, especially this crazy loaded up stuff. But let me know your thoughts.